We live in a bubble whereby we think and plan to do the things we always wanted to, speak the words we always should have, and be the way we were made for, yet all in this bubble of later on. Retirement later on, risk later on, travel later on, love later on, family later on. I'll call that person later on. I'll take that opportunity later on. I'll live my dreams later on. Yet we can't say for sure that we even have a later on. Let me introduce you to a man whom I love yet never met. A man that taught me one of the greatest lessons in life, yet it's not here for me to thank. A man that's truly inspired me to do the things I'm most afraid of. His name is Thomas Jorgesen. He was my grandfather. On the 3rd of March, 1974, he departed from this life after being cowardly assaulted by a young man siphoning fuel out of his car in front of his home, in the presence of his family. You see, I'm sure that he planned on taking his 2 daughters to the beach one more time. I'm sure that he planned on taking my grandmother to dinner 100 more times. I'm sure he dreamed of the day when he could walk his girls down the aisle and watch his grandchildren grow. Heck, I'm even sure he planned on many more trips to the local RSL to have beers with his friends. You see, in all of it, I know that he dreamt and he planned for his later on, yet he never got to see it. Let me tell you something that could change the way you live in this thing called life if you're willing to accept this fact. You don't know if you have a later on. You don't know when the end is the end. You don't know how many more seconds will tick on your watch before you stop and it continues. You see, time doesn't wait for anybody. It continues whether you're here or you're not, so cherish it and make the most of every opportunity while you still can. Your opportunity is now, right this second, so stop and do the things you always wanted to do. The things you really love. Right now is your opportunity to stop and say the words you always should have. Stop and say, I love you to those that you love. And right now is the only time that you can bank on to say yes to the things that scare you the most. Right now. I want you to remember these 6 words and fashion them into the way that you live. Use your mortality to drive you and stop living in this bubble of later on. This later on may never come.